All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked Sunday night. I'm never happy on Sunday. I'm never happy on Sunday, but I'm happy to see you. Thank you for coming to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. When am I going to take down the Christmas lights? I don't know. Do I need any side lights, or is this bright enough? How about that? Whoops. Can you hear? Let's start again. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Sound. Thank you. Okay. Welcome to Lewis Schaffer Uncooked. This is the Lewis Schaffer live stream. We're now in our 208th and 16th day. Is that right? 216th day. Okay. Welcome to our show. I am not happy. I am never happy on Sunday. I'll explain to you why I'm not happy. You tell me why you're not happy. Why are we not happy on Sunday? You know, I've noticed it's a lifelong trend for me not to be happy on Sunday. I think the main reason why is Paul Chinese Elvis was going to come over to record Nunhead American Radio. And he said, I'll message you. I'll come before 12. I can't do it any other time. I said, I wasn't happy about it because I don't wake up at 12. Because we do the stream at, How about this? Is that better like that? We do this. Hold on. Why is the sound on? Okay. Okay. Sorry. I mean, what happens is I can't turn the sound off until the show starts. And once the show starts, could you hear that in the background? How is that? What is that? Why is that bright? It almost looks bright. Oh, this is going to be one of those shows. I can feel it. Because on this, could you do me a favor, producer, and check to see how the light looks? How does the light looks?
I'll check at the moment.
You're happy tomorrow, Joe? Okay. That wasn't my question. My question is not are you unhappy, but why are you unhappy? It can't only be me, but thank you, Joe. Lewis, you look gorgeous for a man who isn't happy. Well, I look exactly the same as I always look. Number one. So let's start from the very beginning. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Okay, that's question number one. Is there any echoing going on? Is the sound okay? Is it not bright enough? Is it not bright enough? I think maybe this should be a bit higher. Don't you think that should be higher? I'm noticing that my hair is I've had hair most of my life. The light needs to be a bit brighter. Okay, we'll turn the light brighter. Is that right? That's what Ruben says. Waiting for food at KFC and have managed to plug this through my CarPlay. Okay, brilliant. Jubals. Okay, that light's going on. Is that better? Freaky Bacon is here. MC Scott is here. We can indeed see and hear you. No echo, lighting, well, fine by me, but you're saying it should be a bit brighter, okay? I've turned the lighting on. I'm not sure it's brighter. I've got to buy one of those circular wheels. This show feels like yesterday, where it doesn't feel good in the beginning, and then we'll start talking about something that'll be really interesting, I hope. And then we'll just sail. We'll sail all the way home. The two lights behind you that are very distracting. This one's distracting. Okay, let's see if I'm kind of agree with you. Do you think that's better that way? But tonight that the lights are off. I don't know what stream actually has this much control. You know, the audience, if you call yourself an audience, the people who are watching it has this much control. Why is the stream so bright today? It's uncomfortable. You go. You Janice is talking. Good to see you back here, you. Thank you for the contributions you've made to this stream. Is it too bright, do you think? Is it on this side that it's too bright, or is it too bright there? Can you see the shadow? Okay. Circular wheel. Yeah, stay away from the square ones. The circular lights, not a circular. Did I say circular wheel? I apologize if I did. I don't trust you, Joodles, because you always find some small incorrect fault in what I'm doing. Okay. Africa invented the square wheel. I mean, I can't imagine them even doing that. Okay, wait. It's now too dark. Is it too dark? I'm gonna move the light further over here. How about over here like that? Is that in your eye, Columbus?
Huh?
Is that in your eye over there?
No, it's fine.
Fine. Okay, I moved it a little bit more over there. Okay. Joodles is here. Joodles is here. Streaky Bacon is here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Claire is here. Hello, Vatanai. Why is the stream so okay? Hugo says that. So today is the I don't know whether I announced it on the thing. It's the 18th of January. I mean, I've got 11 days to do my taxes, right? 11 days. And I'm nervous about it. I need an accountant. I mean, I have an accountant, but I need a different one. Okay. Basically, tea from you. Just do light as if you were on a date. Well, then it'd be total darkness. I think it's best in the dark. Hair specialists say that if you have most of your hair by age 30, then you will have most of it by the time you die. But I disagree. Yeah, it could be. Well, I mean, I'm 68. What can I do about it? I'm not 30 anymore. So Bruce Willis had most age at 30, but most hair, but was bald by 45, wearing wigs for some films. Yeah. But you know, a lot of what causes baldness is a high carb diet. We know that. We've been there. Tea from you. Good to see you. Welcome, tea from you. Where are you from? Where are you from? Tea from you. Vatnai and Streaky Bacon. These are miserable for Lewis Schaffer. And maybe you could say, I didn't mean to question what you were saying, Joe. But if you're not miserable, explain to me why you're not miserable, like Joe just did. She just said that it's the start of a new week. But Monday is the start of a new week. And what happens if the week is going to be the same as it was last week? Carrie Mack is here. And she says, Happy Sunday. You're in Northwest England. Northwest England is Carlisle, is Manchester, is Preston. I shouldn't speak about Bruce Willis in the past tense, but Bruce Willis we knew is no longer with us. Yes, it's very scary. He has no memory that he ever was a Hollywood star. Yeah, so yeah, he has to rely on everybody taking care of him and him not being respected. I think about that all the time. I think about this. I mean, I personally believe that a major cause of dementia is a high carb, possibly toxic seed oils diet. But I found that out late in life. Maybe I've already done damage to myself. I don't feel as smart as I used to feel. It's crazy how 20-year-olds go bald and your hair is still good, Lewis. Yes. I don't know if it's still good. It's not quite as good. My hairline used to be here. I used to have hair covering my face like that. But I thank you, Alex, for saying that it still looks good. I mean, maybe if I cut it, it would look a lot better. This is thinner than it's ever been. I think it's also the angle of the camera, which makes it not look that great. And also, why do I need to look so good at 68 years old? You need to look good at 20 and at 30 and at 40. I don't need to look good now. Okay? I mean, I want to look good for you people. I live in Liverpool, but I only work in your... is that a joke? Okay, Lewis. Okay. Because I see it as the end of this one and a high hopes But tomorrow, I try this every week. Yes, tomorrow is going to be brilliant. The sun will come up tomorrow. You can bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow, come what may, tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're always a day away. Okay. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. Okay. So tomorrow is going to be better. It's Monday. It's Monday. We really haven't had. Chris Murray is here. We really haven't had such bad days. Have we had bad days? I don't know if we. I don't even have bad days. We have bad thoughts of tomorrow, like what's going on in the world. I mean, I don't even know what Donald Trump is doing. Maybe Donald Trump has lost it completely, this Greenland situation. What do you think about Greenland, producer? Are you worried about that?
I think it's the most stupidest thing they could do. There's like no redeeming reason for why. It's like entirely born because Trump looks at the Mercator projection on a map and thinks Greenland is actually big and important.
Right, and it's very small because of the Mercator projection. My son blames it on the Mercator. The producer blames it on the Mercator projection. And Donald Trump. And now he's taking it to the board. He's getting Europe united. But Europe has been united before. They're united in letting in horrible immigrants into the country. They're united into crushing the wealth of Europe through climate change initiatives. That they've been united, but they're united against Donald Trump. The cracks were tiny at first, rules bending, trust fading, leaders dodging answers while the streets wrote their own scripts. That sounds like a Paul Simon song, basically. Then it hit like the floor dropping from under everyone. This is what Julian is saying. Is that a song? What song is that? Oi, oi. That's a song. Crystal enjoyed that song, Lewis. Okay, where is Simon Cowell? The sun will come up tomorrow. It's an optimistic song. It's saying no matter what happens, the sun's going to come up. And if we see it, we're doing better than most. But it's so easy to worry. I'm worried about Greenland. I'm worried about it. I'm worried about Canada. I don't like those people. You know, I know they're close to us. We had an open border. They were well behaved for a while. But they suffer from small man illness. What do you think about Canada, producer?
Huh?
What do you think about Canada? They're getting all stroppy.
For good reason.
My son is not happy with Canada. Or he is happy. He's not happy with America's treatment of Canada. I like what Trump is doing. Most Greenlanders don't like that Denmark owns them. There's only 57,000 Greenlanders there. And I don't know how many Danes there are, 5 to 10 million Danes. I don't know. You know, I mean, why should the Danes be in control of Greenland? You know, why? It's irrelevant for them. Let's decolonize. And Donald Trump is going to pay off the Greenlanders. Going to pay off them money. Son is so quiet. Can't tell if it's what son it is. Hello, Paul. Well, I can't say which son it is. It's the producer's son. I'll throw down a shade cards on that, says, okay. Chris Murray, can't worry a Murray. Can't rain all the time. That's true, unless you live in Northwest England, and then it pretty rains all the time. We got so many new people coming into the stream. It's good to see you. It's all a circus, says ICU. The patients are running the asylum. You wish it were the patients. At least that the patients would understand their own diseases. That's why a patient running an asylum, I see. That's a really good point I'm about to make. I'm about to make an amazing point that you want almost patients running the asylum because they know what works and what doesn't work. Some doctor who's been taught at school 30 years before has maybe in a foreign country who don't even believe in doctors. They're running the asylum. Trust in the Donald. He knows what he's doing. He might. He's playing 4D, whatever it is, 3D chess or whatever that chess is. Very polite Canadians, but no one really likes their inoffensive shit. Best of them are the comics, who are nice and offensive, says Paul. Yeah, well, there could be truth in that. There could be truth in that. Well, they're basically a remnant of British colonialism. We should force them to get rid of the king. America should. So when Kerry Macca is here, let's say hello to Kerry Macca. Hello, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Kerry Macca. You have mentioned their names on the pods, so didn't mean to dox, no. But he doesn't like when I mention his name, so I'm not mentioning I try not to mention his name. I mean, I'm very familiar with his name, and I try not to mention it. So Ruben says, I beg, there's a cuckoo in the nest. In the nest. Yeah, I beg your pardon. Well, who's the cuckoo? Is Donald Trump the cuckoo? Or are the people running Europe, are they cuckoos? And how can we know what's best for this country when we've had the BBC lying to us all those years? One flew over the cuckoo's nest. Is that what it's from? Do you know what? Do you know what Lucy Van Pelt has told us? She says something very interesting, that maybe Nurse Cratchit was the wisest person in the cuckoo's nest. Maybe she was the wisest person, and she didn't wise ass Jack Nicholson destroying the place, some leftist crazy person, Jack Nicholson. Have you heard about this? This is what Lucy Van Pelt says. I thought it was a brilliant movie too. I was totally into that stuff, as we in this country are into left-wing ideology. But at some point you realize they're there for a reason. And all those people who were there went in themselves. Fatanai, what are you saying? Did I miss what you're saying? I'm on top chat. Sorry about that. What did Vatanai say? What did you say that I missed? I've just brought Jackie Deavy's book, Murdered by the State, various accounts of how patients were killed off by institutions, by the state or from the state, Vatanai. I didn't see that. I'm sorry. It didn't come up on my screen. I didn't see it. Remember what you've got to do. If you want me to read it, remember, I'm Lewis Schaffer. I'm a very internationally famous comedy, TV stage, celebrity, and pundit. TV pundit, recently seen on GB News. So I might miss it. Trump will take Greenland as the EU's allies want NATO to survive and won't go up against Trump. Shame they can't ask Putin for help. Yes. And you know what, Streaky Bacon, you're totally right. And I'm going to say something, and I think maybe the producer will agree with me, is if Europe cared about this, maybe they should have paid for their own defense all those years. But they underpaid. And they relied on America too much. And now where are they now? Where is Britain now? It's got 12 troops. 12 troops stationed in Congleton or wherever it's from. There you go. Well, thank you very much. Well, what are some of the things? How were they killed? COVID. Look at how they killed COVID. Canada's killing 20,000 old people. 20,000 old people a year through their assisted murder program. Joodles is in the house. Well, she's not in the house. She's out buying KFC, which sounds really good. It doesn't sound as good as an English chicken. It does, but it's different than an English chicken shop. It's good, but it's not quite. I don't know. I'd like to have I'd like to go to KFC in America, because you can have a corn on the cob there. I guess you can have that here. You can have mashed potatoes with gravy, coleslaw. Could have all sorts of stuff in America. I forget what you could have. They were largely COVID patients who were given end-of-life meds, yes, when they were not at the end of life. That's exactly right, because doctors are murderers. I'm saying it to your face. They're murderers. Is that slanderous for me to say? A lot of them are murderers. And that's just the way it is. It's like they're there trying to save people, and all day long they think about... Anyway, That's right. COVID. Vatanai is right. I agree with Vatanai. The people who died in the hospitals were COVID patients who were given end of life meds. End of life, yeah. The Cuckoo book is worth a read too, but I did read it after seeing the film, and you can only see Jack Nicholson in it. I can see that, Paul Yoward. It's like the film takes over the book. Takes over the book. Trump is riding high on his own ego. Yeah, and he should, because he survived 2 gunshot wounds, 5 or 4 prosecutions. He's basically been lied to relentlessly, and he's winning, or he's not dead yet. So let him be egotistical. That's what we should all follow. I'm following Donald Trump. I'm sitting here filled with doubt and inadequacy. But do you want to see doubt and inadequacy? No. You want to see a confident Lewis Schaffer, just like you people. I want to see your confidence. Be confident. Say, Lewis, I don't believe what you're saying. You got to do it. Kerry Macker says to Vatanai, that's crazy, quote unquote, that's crazy. Yes, that's crazy. But that's what the NHS does. I believe that. I haven't read the book, but I believe it. 97% of people who had COVID who were put on a ventilator died. 97%. And yet they continued and continued and continued. No one ever talks about it. You know, Canadians are okay deleting old people and unborn babies, which is, yes, but they seem to have ethical reasons when terminating convicted PDF files and terminators. Interesting way to phrase that. Fresh coconut. Yeah. They're hypocrite leftists, half of them, and the other half want to leave. Don't go near a doctor. They are on commission. Am I being too much? Am I being too much?
I'm not listening.
My son, the producer's not listening. Yeah. We spent our defense money on imported aliens. What a great deal that was, says Paul Yow. Yeah, ridiculous. Ridiculous. Trump is king. Yeah, I'm a big Trump fan. I mean, could he be making a mistake here that could lead to World War II like the mustache man from Austria? Yes. And that's what's scary. I'm scared about it. Anyway, Cellaire, hello Cellaire, said Dr. Shipman, remember that guy? Approved of end-of-life meds. Seems systemic. Yeah. You're a doctor. Ooh, you're a doctor, my son, the doctor. It's the same thing in America. Same thing. You want to follow somebody who is so absolutely full of it. This guy named Neil Stone. Do anybody follow Dr. Neil Stone on Twitter? Oh my God! Whatever they say, he goes. Whatever the NHS or the Center for Disease Control, whatever the medical authorities in America say, he agrees with. In the book is Nicholson's character ex-CIA or FBI, says Rubin. I haven't read it, so who was saying that they read it? Vatanai or Paul? Most of the films I have seen with Jack Nicholson, the main character is always called Jack. Is that true? I mean, he was great in Chinatown, which was an anti-communist movie made by a guy who grew up in a communist regime. Basically, right. So Fresh Coconut, is that true? I don't know if that's true. Should I check that out? Trust the Trump. Trust the Trump. Trust the Trump, says MC Scott. Trump is one of the greatest presidents of the United States. He is a rough man he is the rough man to defend civilization. Yeah. And he's defending it. And he's defending it. And you hope he doesn't turn on this country because of Keir Starmer. You hope he doesn't. I mean, he's got because his mother was Scottish, and he's got a basically false idea of this country. Does he not? Doesn't Trump have a false idea? Many of the people in these accounts could not prevent the hospitals, doctors, or nurses from doing it. They are in some cases pending. Records were falsified and destroyed, Vatanai says. This is the book. Let's read. What is the book called again? I don't remember what the book is called again, but I'm gonna find out what the book is called again. By Jacques Devoy, or Devoy, Murdered by the State. Let's go see what it looks like here. I'm going to go see what it looks like. It seems like an incredible book. I'm going to go see what it says. Murdered by the State. By the State. It's Murder by the State. There's quite a book they're called. Okay, there's two of them called Murdered by the State. One is by Paul Rand. Not Paul. I was thinking Paul Rand. Oh, look at this. Okay, Jacques Devoy has refused to let go when the mainstream media ignored the national scandal. Murdered by the State is both a statement to her unwavering tenacity to see justice prevail. Confirmation of evil perpetrated by those who seek to control us, says David Icke. I'm not a big fan of David Icke. I've met the guy, but he doesn't like the Jews. So I do not trust anybody who does not like the Jews. Heartbreaking how the NHS turned from caring to heartless killing of the elderly. Please read this book and stop it now. Murdered by the State. That's a Catholic priest and a retired neurologist. The book uncovers murder hidden in plain sight. Matt Letessier. Yeah, there you go. These are people who I have heard of. 42 devastated relatives of victims reveal in their own words the truth about involuntary euthanasia. Well, how much is the book? It sounds like the kind of book that I would like to read. Thank you very much. I mean, I should read it. But I'm not. I might read it. Let me write it down and never look at it again. Murdered by the State. Murdered by the State. Sorry, Lewis. Trump's being a lunatic on Greenland. Watched a video today about how Canada and China only just have to dump the treasury bonds, and the USA is absolutely fucked. That is totally not true. Okay, let's talk about that.
Yeah, that's not true.
That's not true, because I was worried about it, and I spoke to an expert on the story, which is the producer.
No.
And Doug. Did Doug say it wasn't true?
Why? I didn't say that.
You did say that's been going on for 10 years.
No, not the China one.
Not China one.
Didn't the person just say the Canada and to stop the US over Greenland?
China is FUCK'd. And they, you know what? They made a mistake. If you've got a huge neighbor like America, you better be nice. You better be nice to America. If you're living next to America, America is we were so lovely to those Canadians for 200 years. And then they start to think that they're better than us. They took a political side. People misremember the name in Shining because he types it all over. But all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Good point. I mean, I personally, you know what? Let them dump the currency. Where are they going to put that currency? In Chinese yuan? Where would people put the currency? Would they trust Russian rubles, or Indian? What's the money in India again? Do you know the money in India? I forgot what the rupee. Could they trust that? Good point. I appreciate the point that you're making, Jules, but I think you're wrong about that. Tactical though, ain't it? It's tactical because basically what it's doing is say do not F with the United States. David Icke has exposed Zionist financial corruption for decades. Zionist. Yeah, Zionist. Am I a Zionist? Leo Kearse and Marcus Brigstocks were dancers for David Icke. Both were surprisingly good movers. Possibly. I met Icke many moons ago, before he went mad. I mean, here's the thing about the Jews. You should never criticize the Jews. Because number one, it's wrong. And number two, we're going to write history and it will not look good. Now, Joodles comes in and says, explain to me. And as you people in the audience know how much I like Joodles, explain to me why that's wrong then, Lewis. It sounded right to me. It did. And when I heard it, I was scared too. So I agree with you. They basically, over the past 10 years, they've dumped £750 billion of American money. Okay. It's not currency, it's treasury bonds. It's America's debt, which is, well, what is currency? Currency is air. I'm not a big fiat. I mean, we basically became rich by printing money. Somebody else will buy it. And Americans will buy it. You know? Americans will. So it may not, who knows? It may not be bought. The point is, I remember always thinking, this is the end for America. This is the end for America. But it hasn't been the end. America's been doing amazingly well, because America is filled with Americans. And even the people that are moving to America, those dirty, dirty communist criminals, are very hardworking and will set up restaurants and all sorts of schemes. Set off of schemes. Okay, £20. You paid £20. The book is written by a woman too, and they say I'm a misogynist. They'd put it in Canadian CBDC. What do you think they will? They're going to pump up. Why would, you know what it is? It's like all those people who invested in Venezuela, whatever. Who knows? Maybe what's going to happen with Venezuela? We don't know. Maybe the Democrats will win. Maybe they'll win in the next election. You know, Canada has about 35 million people, maybe 40 now. Who knows how many? You know, America has 330 million people. They spend no money on defense or war, as Donald Trump renamed it, Department of War. You know, so, and their economy is it's almost like English economy. It's not good. America has 40% more money than the Canadians. And there was a time it was parity. I don't like the Canadians, except when I meet them in person. In person, they're very nice. They're nice people that are almost like Americans. Okay? Lewis, you are so funny. Am I a Zionist? Yes, I'm a Zionist. I'm not a Zionist. I don't believe in having Jews in only one place where horrible people can kill us. So I'm not a Zionist. I believe in history. I believe that people. I'm in favor of people moving there, but I think also Jews should stay in the homeland, which is New York. And if the Jews aren't nice to New York, and New Yorkers aren't nice to the Jews, we'll move down to Texas. Am I right? I don't know. I didn't say that. So Ike was saying before meeting Lewis. I met him about 15 years ago, 10 or more years ago, at a gig that he did. So you can criticize every other race than Lewis, bar Jews. Sounds like the ADL. I don't know whether it sounds like the ADL anymore, but I'm telling you why you should not trash the Jews. Because when you say the Jews control the entire world, okay, there are 2 billion effing Muslims, and there are only 15 million effing Jews. And those 15 million, half of them are barely Jews, like the mayor of Minneapolis, Jacob Fry. He's Jewish.
Is he?
Yes. Jacob Fry. Yes, he is. But is he helping the Jews? So here the Jews are not even on one team. It's not like we're the Catholic Church or the Vatican or something. Okay. So there you go. And we're going to write all the histories because the Jews are the smartest people on earth.
That makes it sound bad.
Doesn't make it sound bad.
No rattling or anything.
But I'm rattling. The reason I'm rattling
any
is
rattling or sharp, loud noises like you might.
Okay, sorry about that. But should I say? Can I say that? What? What?
Apologize to them.
I apologize. I didn't mean to make so much noise. I apologize. I love Tony Law, and so do I, and Craig Campbell. You know, lots of comedians. I like Russell Peters. You know, Mark Carney was in China telling a meeting there, we have made progress to a new world order. Don't trust the Canadian government, Vatana. Yes. And he's in China, and China is about to fall. I feel it. Do you think it's about to fall, producer? No, he doesn't think it's about to fall. But it could. It could. It's a communist. People are bored to tears.
Even if it falls, what's the change going to be?
The change is going to be a couple of dozen years of people, respite. Yeah. And then back to normal because countries fight each other. But why would you be friends with that regime when they're about to fall? Am I right? I'm right. I think I'm right. Farage says that the UK and France putting boots on the ground in Ukraine after the UK peace deal is their or our way of taking credit for Trump's influence. Did he say that? Do you agree with that, producer? It was said that Nigel Farage says that because the UK and France are putting a few thousand troops on the ground, that we're taking credit for the United States' effort.
They haven't done anything.
But let's say they do. For our money, the money that we've given those people. Okay, he has to think about it. My favorite Canadian was Leonard Cohen. Amazing Leonard Cohen. Suzanne takes me down to a place by the river. The street, yeah, the mayor of New York. What is that? How is that news? I thought we knew that. The bard of the bed set got me through some tough times years ago. That's right, Leonard Cohen. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, Zionism means a homeland is available, but the diaspora can stay in place if they choose. It does mean that, and Israel has done a lot of good work, but it's surrounded by jealous, bitter losers who want to kill them, who want to kill Jews because their book says, let's kill the Jews for not believing in us. That's not very nice people, those people. I loved Famous Blue Raincoat. Got through the night. He lived in London for a short time, yeah. It says Claire. Claire's a big fan of Leonard Cohen, Canadians, there's lots of great Canadians. There's lots of great. Let's make a list of you. I'm going to Google who are the great Canadians. Famous list of famous Canadians. Okay, there's a list in Wikipedia. Oh, it's come to think of it, some of them are not that great. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry. Okay, you want to see the list? We're going to see the list of that Lewis Schaffer album must be made. Let's see what it says about the famous Canadians. Celine Dion, not a fan. Ryan Reynolds, I mean, he's all right. Drake, I mean, he's not winning that war. He's half Jewish, Drake. Do you know that he is Drake? His mother was Jewish. He's Jewish. Justin Bieber, not a big fan. Jim Carrey, a fan. Avril Lavigne, sounds like a Jewish name to me, Avril Lavigne. Is Avril Lavigne Jewish? Let's look at that here. Is she Jewish? Let's see if she's Jewish. Hold on a second. I'm looking to see if Avril Lavigne is Jewish. Yeah, see, yeah, her name is Weinstein. Her name is Weinstein. She got a 5. 5 out of 10. Last name could be Jewish, and we dismissed it because Levine is not exactly Levine. The doctor I went to where I had my anal surgery, and I'm not going to discuss it because it's disgusting, who took me to court and was basically disbarred. Horrible. Don't ask me what the surgery was about. I am not gay. And he was named Levine too. He changed it from Lem. To stop furthering her, Avril's mother's side is very waspy, and the father's side is very Catholic. Now, those readers wondering, you can't. No. I say no. I would say no. I mean, you can't. It isn't just based on the name. There's lots of great names, but they're not Jewish. They're not Jewish. Okay, let me get back to reading the thing. Now I can't see the light because of this. Alanis Morissette is my favorite Canadian. Yeah, she's great. Muhammad originally sought to convert Jews to his heresy of Christianity. They said, I think because of the light. I'm going to turn the light off here. Did you want to go over and see who the famous Canadians are? Okay, but now I got a spot in my eye from looking at the light. Maybe I should just calm down. Maybe I'm having a stroke. I'm seeing a whatever they're calling that. Avril is a hottie. I thought she was a real hottie. I thought she was fabulous. You know, and Alanis Morissette too. I liked a lot. That's like my type of girl with the long dark hair. I mean, I like all girls. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. And what that little joke that I mentioned, that's like completely fictitious. Completely fictitious. Anyway, so I'm having trouble reading this thing. I don't know because I was looking at the light and the light. I got to get a better bulb. I've got to get a better bulb. Hold on a second. I'm going to go measure my blood pressure. You just stay right there. Everybody, can you do me a favor? Kermit's not here. And Gnome, I think, is mad at me. I don't know why he's mad at me, but he's mad at me. Go to Twitter. Okay. I'm going to measure my blood pressure. If I can find it. Where is the thing? Where is the thing? Okay. I love Jews. Steve Spielberg is one of my biggest influences. I would love to one day crowdfund my own film. I've with myself directing and have it shown at the Sundance Festival. Yeah, well that's yes. Well, why can't you do it? Why don't you do that? Do your own film. Fresh coconut. Let's go for that. Let's go for that. I'm going to put this on. I'm going to measure my blood pressure. Can we go to Kofi and maybe make a contribution for these shows? You know, can we make a contribution? I mean, it's important. It's important. It's important. You are not very kosher, Streaky Bacon. Yeah, no, with a name like Streaky Bacon, not. Yeah, maybe we should crowdfund a film. Steven Spielberg was a great filmmaker. Did he make really great films that I remember? I'm not sure he did. What do you think? What is Steven Spielberg's best film? The Apprenticeship of Duddy Kravitz. Do you remember that film with Mordechai Richter? That was a okay. Okay, we've got high blood pressure. Don't get tested. I've got high blood pressure. I raised my blood pressure is way high. Is way high. We're 33 people watching the stream, or now it's gone down since I stopped talking. We don't have to talk about the Jews. But but there are many Jews in the cabal of globalists. And then and a case could be made that Jews invented communism, which is globalism. So, and Jews are messed up people. Bad things have happened to us, and we've done bad things. But it's not even a question of all Jews also invented neoconservatism. It also invented MAGA, basically. And a case could be made that Donald Trump is almost a Jew. He was raised in New York. So, you can't say the Jews did this or the Jews did that. You can't do it. There's no leader of the Jews. I'm sorry if that disappoints you. Okay, I'm gonna have to try to get my blood pressure down. My heart rate is low. Is low. It's not as low as it used to be, but it's low. Basically, my heart rate, my blood pressure is about 180 over 110, and my heart rate, the pulse, is between 50 and 55. $170 over 110, 111 at 58 beats a minute. Yeah, it's not good. I've worked myself into a frenzy, so I'm going to just try to calm down. I'm going to calm down, and the reason I'm in a frenzy is because I care about what you people are saying. George Soros, supposedly, I've heard stories about George Soros. He used to sell Jewish stuff. He was like working for the man to get rid of the Jewish stuff. Chris Murphy is here. I've got to calm down. I really have to. I've had 3 cups of coffee. That's too much coffee. What happened today is I was supposed to meet Paul to do Nunhead American Radio on Monday tomorrow. I was supposed to meet him, and he says I have to see you today because I'm not free all of next week even. And normally we meet on a Monday about 12 or 12:30. And I said to him, "Yeah, can you make it? How late can you make it?" And I said, "Maybe you can come on this show and talk to the people because you said bad things about you people, if you remember. You probably don't remember." And he said, "No, I have to do it before 12." And I said, "Okay, I'll see you before 12 as late as you can make it." Then he says, "I'll message you at 10 o'clock in the morning." And I go, "Oh, please don't do me at 10. I'll be up at 8. And I won't, it'll destroy my day. It'll destroy my day. And it'll destroy my day." I said, "Contact me at 11. Come at 11. Just come at 11. And he didn't get back to me. And then the next day at 11 o'clock, I said, "Are you coming?" And he didn't get back to me. At 11:15, I said, "Are you coming?" Didn't get back to me. At 11:30, I call him. I said, "Are you coming?" He left to leave a message. Then at 10 minutes to 12, he messages me and says, I'm not coming. You go your own way. He was like mad at me. I don't even know why he was mad at me, but he was like proper mad at me. And I should have asked, and it's been pointed out that I should have asked, why are you mad at me? What? I just wanted you to come as late as possible. I don't need you to call to tell me you're coming, because in order for that to happen, I have to turn my phone on, which means I'm getting a million beeps from all of the YouTube channels, from all of the X messages, a million beep 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 beep, and it would keep me up. Okay, but he got up. He got mad at me. He got mad at me. So I'm going to have to figure out what's going to be on the show tomorrow. What I'm doing tomorrow. I think I need somebody else to do the show with me. I like Paul, but Paul, when he feels slighted and he gets very, very angry. Dennis Weaver in Duel was a surprisingly fast sprinter. I later found out he competed in the Olympics as a sprinter, and I think he won a silver. Okay, thank you, Fresh Coconut. I saw that film Duel before Spielberg was Spielberg, right? It was on TV. It was like a TV film, and it was really well done. Duel. It was like him being chased by a truck. Or was he in the truck? It was him being chased. And I remember we were all so surprised that a truck could go that fast. And the trucks, I mean, we would call it lorries here, like it was an oil lorry. Alexandersaurus is waiting in the wings. He's more evil than his dad, apparently. Well, that's pretty evil, Claire. George Soros, I think I actually have met him, but that was so many years ago before he was George Soros. I mean, he's well known in the financial community, but I had a friend of mine who grew tired of me. High blood pressure, stage 3. Yeah, I'm in a hypertensive crisis. That's what they say. I'm at 170. What did I say? I was 177 over 110. Lewis, don't wonder what you did wrong. You didn't. He has just an odd personality, Claire, and he seems immature. Possibly, could be. Possibly. I mean, I need someone to come here to record the thing, to record the show. Okay. Now you've said Duel. I know what you mean. A sprinter. Cook. What does that mean? A sprinter. Okay. Maybe Paul was too chicken to come on the show. No, he comes on the show all the time. I think he basically forgot that he had the show, or he's been involved in too many things. And instead of going, oh, I messed up, I effed up, I didn't come, I'm so sorry, Lewis. He doesn't like to do that. He doesn't like to say he's sorry. He blames me. He blames me, and this happens quite a lot. It's like when I said to come to the show at 5:30, and then he's whatever time I said, and he's like late. He doesn't go, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was that important. I'll make it up to you, Lewis. I had a friend who grew tired of me. Laugh out loud, Lewis. Yes, people grow tired of me. They grow tired of me. I wish they didn't, but they do. They do. I hope you guys don't grow tired of me. Okay? Maybe Stephen Allen can do it. Yeah, maybe he can do it. Maybe he can do it. It involves coming. Yeah, I could find somebody. I used to have guests on every single show. And Lisa, it was never the show. It wasn't the show that you've seen. It's like me talking to Paul. It was me with Lisa talking to one or two other people. And we had musical act in there. The relatives were there. In Duel, they had Weaver drive slower and the Mack truck driving normally, but they used the high-speed cameras, now known as slow-motion cameras. Spielberg was well ahead of the time, yeah. I could see it. They made it look very realistic. But a truck can drive fast when it's empty. Why shouldn't it be able to drive fast when it's empty? I will never grow tired of you. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Claire. I need that. I need that. Okay. I need that. I'd give them some shit, Claire. What are you talking about? Lefties never own their own shit. It could be that way. It could be that way. They're always blaming somebody else. It's like what's happening with Nick Reiner. He's not coming. I mean, he's not going to come clean because he's mental. But why is he mental? Or the parents, they never blame themselves. They never blame themselves why their kid was messed up. Why are they afraid of their kid? Because they were bad parents. Because they were bad parents. I don't tire of you, Lewis, says Ruben. You've been seeing me off to sleep for the past 200 nights. Thank you. I mean, maybe is it sleep worthy? Is it good for that? Stephen on FSN tonight with likely Cress. If anyone wants to tune in, yeah. Okay. What on Free Speech Nation? Yeah. I turned the lighting off because I think it got in my eye and it made my eye, or it could be just maybe I had a mini stroke or something. I turned the lighting off. Do you not like this lighting? Why do we need strong lighting? Fresh. Anybody else not like the lighting? I turned it off, Joodles. Yes, I did. I turned it off. I turned it off. I turned it off. I like Crescent, as I do too. I like Crescent a lot. I like Crescent a lot. You know, she said she might come on the show, but I think as long as she might not come on the show. Let's just see if she will. Let me just see if she will. Is that GB? No, it's GB News. She's going to be on GB News. She's not coming here. Okay. What do you think of Tucker Carlson episode about the hotel in Vegas? I didn't see that, Chris Murray. What about that? I used to like Tucker Carlson. Now I'm like losing a bit of faith in him. I don't, maybe I shouldn't. Lewis Schaffer, Sleeping Stream. Yes. Sleeping Stream, yeah. It could be that. I always thought it'd be a funny version, like to help a man get to sleep. Help a man get to sleep. Let me just see what's going on here. Hold on, don't go anywhere. Let's see. Really, people are saying he's a bad father. That's interesting. Fresh Coconut says the recent Rob Reiner interview said rest in peace. And the other one said he was a bad father. He was a bad father. Of course he was. If your kid kills you, that's proof positive. If your kid's a drug addict, that's proof positive. You did not do a great job. And you got to take responsibility. And then at some point, the kid's on his own, and he's got to take responsibility for himself. That's the problem with responsibility, is that, at what point does the kid have to take responsibility? Streaky says Tucker is superb. Lewis, I asked earlier, are you thinking of asking Liz back on? Yes, I'm thinking about it. She's, I want her to be back on. I love Liz. And maybe that's what happened. You got the impression that I was too effusive in my love for Liz. And she was concerned because she thought that my love for Liz, Joe, was affecting my love for you, Joe. My love for Liz was affecting my love for you, Joe. Maybe that's what she was thinking. I don't know what it is. I like not having. I mean, I love having people and talking to them, but you know, I mean, this is. I mean, this is. This is a. I like this format, but then again, you know, having guests on. I mean, I could. I mean, I know a lot of people around here, and they could all come in. A lot of people don't want to come in because they're not. They're not like me. They don't. I don't. Could never be on TV. I could never do this. I don't want to do this. They're afraid. Fresh Coconut says, I love Crescent. Wait. Liz has taken out an NDA on me. What does that mean? Is that like a restraining order? Is that what a restraining order? I love Crescent, says Fresh Coconuts. She wears the floral dresses and doesn't wear makeup. She is my version of a perfect woman. And she's far from woke. Yeah. And I have never heard her say she is offended by a joke. Yeah, she can handle a joke. Yeah, she's good in that way. She's good in that way. She's on our team at the moment. Our team. That's definitely what happened. Are you talking to me, Joodles? That she thought that my love for her was too strong. Isn't that another song? My love for you. What song is that? Anyway, I'll be your guest. You can be my guest. Yeah, we could all be guests on Lewis Schaffer show. Is the Crescent a dick you're talking about? No. She's not a dick, and she's not Crescent a dick. No, Streaky. The super pleasant one. Crescent is really pleasant, but she's also been mad at me at times, as most women, Joodles, get mad at me at times. You know, and if they're fond of you, they can actually get really, really mad. If they're not fond of you, they won't get so mad. Okay, Liz is great. Liz was great. She was beautiful and great. She was beautiful, great. She was beautiful and great. She was beautiful and great. Okay, so let's go back. So before I continue, while we're still here, Ulrich Arcalis says, could Josh Howie be co-host? Can we have him on the show, co-host? Who knows what the future is going to bring with Josh? Who knows what I'm going to do with Josh? I made a mistake because I should have just kept it to myself, but I just people were taking what I was saying seriously, and as you should. Every single thing I say on this show is 100% serious, 100% serious. At the moment, I'm saying it. That doesn't mean the next moment I'll go, well, that wasn't the right thing. I didn't quite mean it that way. I don't believe that. I can change my mind in a second. So there you go. So the answer, Ulrich, is probably no. I reckon Claire's the one woman in history who's never been mad at you. Is that true? You can ask her. I don't know. Have you ever been mad at me for what I've said or what I've done, Claire? Joodles would like to know. Joodles would like to know. Maybe you could have the fat one on. Who is the fat one? Who is the fat one? He's not fat anymore. And she, and I don't know. I'm not going to say who anyway. If you were going to have a policeman on the show, ask that nice Craig Guilford. Who is a policeman? Who is Craig Guilford? And why would I want a policeman on the show? Everything I hear out of your mouth, I disbelieve immediately. Yeah, people don't believe what I say, but I mean it, and I mean it. I don't say anything to rile people up. Sometimes I say things and it riles them up, or as Joodles calls it, baits me. But then I don't. Don't you guys want to be taken seriously? That's my problem with you guys. You guys are making jokes, and I can't tell if they're jokes or not, and I take you seriously. Josh was in the backyard on Tuesday. Okay, good. Good for him. Good for him. I've never been mad at Lewis Joodles. You're mad about me. There you go. That's so funny. I've never been mad. Joodles thinks you must get mad at me about something. Lewis. Vatanai. Joodles knows what I mean. Who is Craig Guilford? Who is that guy? Is he the guy? Is he one of those those super woke guys? I thought I was taken seriously. You are taken seriously by me. Simon Evans' new show is brilliant. Saw him yesterday in Oxford. Okay. Is brilliant. And Lewis Schaffer will maybe brilliant again. I think there's a chance. I hope I haven't, unless I've had too much coffee. I've had 3 or 4 cups of coffee today because I had to wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning. At 10 o'clock in the morning. And then I'm waiting for, what's his name to come? And he didn't come. Okay. What's going on? Hold on a second. Okay. That was a bit of internal editing here. Typing with your mouth stuff with poor crackling. Yes, well said. Cressida is top quality. Is a top quality lass. Yes. What are your thoughts on the comedian James Acaster? I don't think I've seen enough of him. I have seen him, but people that I like really like him, which means I do not like him. I think he's very woke BBC. I think that's what he is. I don't know. I haven't seen him. I don't want to judge him. The hardest thing in the world is to be a stand-up comedian. The hardest thing is to be a stand-up comedian, basically. Craig Guilford, according to Joodles, is the West Midlands police chief who told Parliament about the made-up football league being used to ban the Maccabee fans. Yeah, that guy should be fired. But the problem is they don't fire anybody in this country. And if you say that guy should be fired, it's like, oh, you can't say that. What is that about English people and British people? You can't demand someone be fired. The guy was lying and lying and lying and being anti-Semitic and siding with one. He wasn't being DEI. He wasn't being good. But if you say he should be fired, they go, oh my God, you're not allowed to say that. Maybe at most you should say, has he no shame? He should resign. He should resign. So annoyed was when people let you down who shouldn't. Yeah, that's, who are you talking about there? James Matheson, the really huge, big fat lefty guy, yeah. You're not allowed to call people fat. It's worse than calling them a communist. It's worse than calling them a fascist or a Nazi. You could do that all day long on the TV. Craig Guilford was the West Midlands right copper who tried to ban the Jewish football fans. I didn't remember his name. And used AI to write his report so that he also meets with the elders of the Muslim community. What did you get? Oh, there you go. What is that? Oh, there you go.
You like one?
Yes. I don't know if I can eat it now. I'll take a bite out of it. I'll take a bite out of it. How much did you pay for it? The producer came back from the shop. He brought some, oh, there you go. Not on the phone. He brought some, I shouldn't be eating this. Some pork, what do they call melted Mowbrays, pork pies. They didn't fire him. They let him retire so he could be able to go somewhere else and charge extortionate consultant fees. Exactly. He should be fired. He should lose his pension. You should. Some people should be penalized for this. I agree with you. That's so wrong. Yeah, really bad. They let him resign, and that's punishment that they forced. He resigned. You know, he still gets his pension. He still gets his pension, and he's not dead yet. The noise you're eating is. I'm not eating. I haven't had anything to eat. Joodles. This is a sign. See, this is Joodles. She's so mean to me. She's so mean. I haven't eaten anything. Look, there's not a bite taken out of it. Can you see that? There's not a bite. I didn't open my mouth when I was eating, and I'm accused of opening my mouth. I don't. Paul Yowd wants to know who is that copper with the weird mouth who seems retarded. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Okay, not resigned. He was forced. He retired. He resigned or retired, whatever it was. Whatever it was. Well, even if he resigned, it's still not punishment enough. You should be fired. We're firing you. I'm sorry. Clean out your desk. We don't want you here anymore. It's happened to me numerous times. How is it still that noisy with your mouth closed? Because you love meat, Joodles, and you're sensitive about this, basically. FF's sake, Lewis. You preach about no carbs. Okay, but I just had the outside bit. I'm gonna eat the inside, the pork bit. I'm eating Mr. Cuff, Steve, it is not are these pork pies? Producer. Are these pork pies? No, they're not. These taste differently than taste better. Oh, there's onion in them. So it's not like a Melton Mowbray one. It's very good. These are actually delicious. Yeah, I'm a liar, Mr. Cuff. It's very hard. The hardest thing in the world is to lose weight. But I think it's harder to be low carb. Because once you have a bite of a carb, people are always pushing the carbs on you. You walk past all the carbs. I'm not going to eat the pastry. I'm just going to eat the inside of it. You're very sensitive to me, Joodles. I'm sorry. Thank you, Claire. Thank you for telling me that. I'm going to throw the rest of it out. I'm not going to eat until later on. And I'm going to, I may go down and get some spare ribs for dinner. I might do that. Wow, worse than the Korean bites dog. Lewis eats pork pie. Yeah, people don't like that. I shouldn't be eating pork, but maybe I should. But at the same time, it's very hard to say no to carbs. So I apologize for you people for not being perfect. Like you said, Mr. Cuff, excuses. I've just eaten the outside bit. I've eaten one bite of the outside bit. Eat what you like. Just stop preaching and making excuses. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that, Mr. Cuff, because number one is I actually believe that I should not eat the carbs. I actually believe it. And I actually am cutting back on the carbs, and every single day I eat less and less carbs. Sometimes it goes up, mostly, you have to believe in it. You have to admit it. It's like saying I'm going to stop smoking one day, and eventually people do stop smoking or they die. It doesn't mean that they're a hypocrite because they want to stop smoking, but it's very hard to stop smoking. It's very hard for me to stop my DRUG habit. But this is what you do. I can't wait 15 minutes. I can't. The show's going to be over in 10 minutes. I should wait. But he brings it in and waves it in my face. I love food. Does that make me a bad person? Who here, who amongst you, Joe or Joodles or Mr. Cuff or Scott, who amongst you doesn't love food? And who doesn't love carbs? We all do. Every day I eat less carbs. Sometimes it goes up. You know what I mean? I'm trying my best to hold on to it, to be as strong as possible. And it's not easy. I'm having a super flapjack from Morrison's. That's definitely bad. That's definitely bad. I've been going into shops and I walk out with nothing in my hand. I don't know what that means. Guilford addressed a meeting of tribal Muslim elders in Arabic and thanked them for letting him talk to them. Did he do that for the other communities? No. All the police chiefs are Tunks. Yeah, Watanai. This is Watanai saying this. Yeah, that's horrible. That's horrible. We're using their language. That's absolutely horrible. It's horrible. He should be fired. They should be fired. And maybe when Nigel Farage is in, he'll be so angry at the way he's been treated that he'll be like Donald Trump. Very delicious. Yes, it is. It's not his fault. I didn't mention his name, but when food is there constantly, you've got to fight it off. And I'm just saying to everybody here, there are a lot of fat people who are watching the stream. A lot of people have lied to me about being fat. But it's very hard to stop eating as much as you're eating. It's hard to lose weight, and it's hard to go low carb. And even though I'm an internationally famous TV celebrity from stage and film, recently seen on GB News, I have to fight it myself. If only you supported the Palestinians, Lewis, you would be a good person and you could survive 75 days without food. What, in a tunnel? In a tunnel, is that what you're saying? I could survive without food. I like what I eat, says Mr. Cuff. I don't preach about not eating certain foods and then eat it, then worry about my health. Make a decision. You're a big boy now. No. That's like, well, you know what it is? You eat what you want to eat. I ate what I wanted to eat. I woke up one day, I had type 2 diabetes. I had arthritis. I had gout. I couldn't move my arms. I had trigger finger. I was bleeding out of my gums. I had full body psoriasis. It was gross. I had dandruff, which is psoriasis. So I was constantly going, have you seen any dandruff on me? No, you haven't. So you want to die. If you want to die, you keep on eating carbs. You're going to get cancer. All of you are going to get cancer. Everybody's going to get cancer. Right? Because we live in a dirty world filled with plastics and irritants, because irritation causes inflammation, which causes cancer. The way you stop cancer is by eating a low-carb diet. So if you want to be all brave, go, I don't care about what I'm eating. I am immune. And even if I do get it, we're all going to die. That's what you want to be that way. You be that way. Let's see. I basically eat and drink whatever I like. I have no rules. I have always been this way. No judgment, guys. Yeah, well, you know what it is? You can't be that way anymore. Not in this country. You can't eat what you want. You can't eat what you want because it causes cancer to grow. It causes it causes dementia. I don't want to have dementia. I believe that. This is what I believe. You could say I don't think it's true. But if you think it's true, you can't do anything else but try to cut back on the carbs. I ate a small pork pie today, says Vatanai. I was out with the doc and I didn't prepare any good food with me. Ham sandwich with a pork pie, plus Costa in the gas station. There's worse foods than that. A ham sandwich is not great, but the ham is might be okay, and a pork pie is not that high in carbs. It's not that high, I don't think. He preaches as consuming a pork pie. Yes, but I'm not eating the outside of it. I'm not eating it. I'm eating the meat. I'm a bossy policeman, yeah, because I know what's best. I know what you should be doing, Joe. You want to be beautiful. You are beautiful. You're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You're beautiful to me. I've seen the picture. You're beautiful to me. The point is, Joe, is that carbs are not healthy in the present environment. They're not healthy. They're not healthy. Hardly Ruby spends his shampoo money on Oreo ice cream sandwiches these days. I do, but I've tried to stop eating it. I know it's bad. I've had an episode. That doesn't mean it's not true what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that. MC Scott is here. Yes, especially when you're hungry. No, sorry. Vatanai says to MC Scott, yes, especially when you're hungry. What did you say? Very nice. It's nice when you're hungry. Sometimes, you don't have that much choice. I mean, we should be, we're overwhelmed with temptation. Singo is here. How's it hanging? It's hanging longer than it normally does because I'm thin. I've got a huge thing hanging. Because when you're fat, you've got a layer of fat, and your thing is not sticking out that far. Can you see that? But let's say you're thin. You don't have this. You don't have it. There's no fat there. So it's hanging longer. It's hanging longer. I'm not a hypocrite. I'm not a hypocrite. All right, this show I think has been good. It's been good. They started off a bit rough. They always start a bit rough, and then I get into a mood. I would like you to guess how many people have been watching this show. How many people do you think have been watching this show? What is the highest number of people? Highest number of people. Okay? Number one. Okay, the highest number. Number two. Let me see who the top. Oh, I haven't switched into live chat, but 34 says Joe. Ruben says 37. Okay, keep on going. Do we have to guess on the money or whoever's the closest? Ruben says 37. Ulrich says 40. Paul says 69. Anybody else? What is the Mr. Cuff says 36. Okay. Streaky Bacon says 31. Very good. And that, while you're writing down, everybody take a moment and write down the top numbers, and I'll read the top, say 25 or 20 of the top people in today's stream. We got Ulrich is 22. Good participation. Maltese Phil is there. Alex, 20. Chris Murray. Where are you from, Chris? Put a picture up of yourself. Julian is 18. Hugh Janis is 17. Shortell is 16. Carrie Macca is 15. Mr. Cuff is 14. I see you. She's like a swan, a beautiful swan. She's 13. Lud, put a picture up of yourself, Lud, so I can see you. But Lud is 11. Lud is 11. Celaire is 10. Fresh coconut, one coconut up on his screen, is a 9. Ruben is an 8. And now we're approaching the home stretch. Thank you very much, people, for watching this and for supporting this. If you'd like, you could throw the stream a bone to keep it going. To keep it going. Go to Ko-fi, ko-fi.com/Lewis Schaffer or PayPal at Lewis Schaffer. Okay. We've got Joodles at 4. At 3, big rise, Joe, Warrior Princess 37 is 3. So that's amazing. 2 is Claire. So a big round of applause for Claire. Thank you for listening, Claire. And coming in the home stretch is Paul Yoward. You guys have been great. You guys, this has been one of the best shows that we've done. Had a little wobble there with my, whatever, but I'm back. I'm back in the New York groove. I'm back. So that's been our show. I want to thank you all for listening. What is the number? Can you please tell me what the top number is? Streaky Bacon. Joodle says 29. Joodles has done really, really, really well. Really, really, really well. Hit the like button. That's really crucial, to hit the like button. I mean, it's really helpful to hit the like button. Oh, look, Maltese Phil put up a new stream. Maltese Phil. Everybody sign up for Maltese Phil. And then let's see. So like the stream. We don't have enough people liking the stream relative to how many people are watching it. And we're going to go to the analytics portion, and I'm going to tell you how many people have watched the stream. Are you ready? And the winner is, who said 33? Chris Murray said 39. Joodle said 29. Basically, I'm going to have to say Joe won, because Joe said 34, and I think there was I think the winner was 33. So a big round of applause for Joe for coming close. Almost there. Big round of applause. Okay, we'll see you at 7. We'll see you tonight at 10:30, I think. At 10:30. Yeah. 33 says, as soon as I say 33, you all agree with me. That's kind of like cheating. Okay. I love you. This has been our best show ever. I think it's been our best show ever. MC won. How did MC win? Did he say 33? Well, then MC won. MC won. If you think he said 33, then MC won. MC Scott won. Thank you very much. Thank you, Joodles, Streaky. Thank you. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Paul and Mr. Cuff and Lud. If I don't mention your name, just say, hey, what am I, chopped liver? Go for that. Scott actually said 33. Okay, I apologize. You can win you can win tomorrow. Joodles, you can win tomorrow. But MC Scott won the thing at 33. Okay, I appreciate that. We'll see you tonight at 10:30. If I have the energy. Okay, we'll see you.